1957. At this time, Voldemort had taken over Malfoy Manor and made it the Death Eater's base of operations. Malfoy Manor belonged to Bellatrix's sister, Narcissa, and her brother-in-law, Lucius Malfoy. Bellatrix was very excited and honored to have Voldemort there. She told him that there could be no higher pleasure than having him in their family home. Voldemort actually showed a bit of affection, or at least as close to affection as we would see with Voldemort, as he said that meant a lot coming from her. Despite the fact that she was married to Rodolphus Lestrange, Bellatrix had always been in love with Voldemort and had deep affection for him. She tried desperately to please him, and when she did, she would tear up. Voldemort trusted her far more than any other Death Eater, even storing one of his Horcruxes in her family vault at Gringotts. Delphi was most likely conceived during Voldemort's stay at Malfoy Manor, and was born a little bit before the Battle of Hogwarts in April or May of 1998. Delphi became an orphan when both of her parents were killed in the Battle of Hogwarts. After the battle, she was taken in by Euphemia Rowell, who only took her to get the gold that she was offered. The Rowell family were pretty extreme Death Eaters, so it was only natural that Delphi was given to someone like her. She didn't like Delphi that much, but kept her so the gold she was getting would keep coming. While Delphi grew up, Euphemia had an augury that she kept in a cage. They were sinister-looking blackbirds that cried when rain was coming. Wizards believed that the augury's cry foretold death. Euphemia used to say that it was crying because it could see that Delphi was going to come to a sticky end. When Delphi got older, she was very pretty, getting the genes of her once extremely handsome father. The most prominent of her features were her silvery hair with blue tips. Delphi did not attend Hogwarts and had little to no contact with other children. Because of this, she became sad and lonely. It got so bad that she made up her own imaginary friends. At this point, she didn't know who her real parents were. All she knew was that they died in the Battle of Hogwarts. This changed, however, when Rodolphus Lestrange, Bellatrix's loyal husband, told Delphi of her true parentage. On top of that, he told her about a prophecy in which he thought she was destined to fulfill. The prophecy said, "When spares are spared, when time is turned, when unseen children murder their fathers, then will the Dark Lord return." After being told this, Delphi began to read books and learn everything that she could about her father. Because that was pretty much the only exposure that she had to the real world, it altered her view of reality. She viewed everything through her father's eyes, giving her a more sense of what life is like and how you're supposed to act and feel. Her obsession with her father and the prophecy consumed her life. The only thing that mattered to her was fulfilling that prophecy so that she could meet the great Lord Voldemort. She studied him so much that she was even able to unlock the ability to fly without a broom, something that Voldemort could do himself. She also had the rare ability to speak Parseltongue, the language of snakes, another thing that she inherited from her father. Delphi had also spent a lot of time studying Harry Potter, the man who had killed her father. She also got a tattoo on the back of her neck of augury wings, the bird that Euphemia had kept while Delphi was a child. She had a strange connection with the species, and drew her strength from them. This might also be the reason why she was able to unlock the ability to fly so easily, the wings on the back of her neck representing this. She got the tattoo because it reminded her that the future was hers to make. After being told about the prophecy, she spent years breaking it down. She first found out that when Voldemort gave the order to kill Cedric Diggory, he said, "Kill the spare." This matched up with the first part of the prophecy, "When spares are spared." She then realized that she had to go back in time to save Cedric. She wasn't quite sure what the third part meant, but she started to put her plan into motion by going to Amos Diggory, Cedric's father. At this point in time, he was living at St. Oswald's, home for old witches and wizards. She put a Confundus charm on him to make him think that she was his niece, and she began to go by the name Delphi Diggory, claiming that Amos was her uncle. She got a job at St. Oswald's and acted as though she was caring for her uncle in his old age. She came up with a pitying fake backstory, saying that she was unwell as a child, and that was why she never went to Hogwarts. She then played it off as if she didn't want to advertise this because she preferred not to be seen as a tragic case, another perfect manipulative move and cover for her story. She had Amos do her bidding while under the Confundus charm, and had him talk to Harry Potter. She had Amos ask Harry about the rumored time turner that had just surfaced. She had Amos try to convince Harry to go back in time and save his son. Delphi watched as Harry refused, and during